I
You're
love
all
it.
beautiful.
Oh my god, look at how beautiful that is.
Look at
It's
it.
so
I
cool.
urge you all to look at it now, because it's much
Oh,
more
I'm logging
beautiful than it
on
was
right now
before.
just to see how beautiful this is. And I expect pure perfection from you.
Well, now, if you look at it now, it's perfection. But if you looked at it like 10 seconds ago, it was whatever the opposite of perfection was.
That's
It
in
was-
the
It was
past
appropriate
now.
to a horror
Utter
stream.
destruction.
Yeah, it's appropriate for a horror game. So this
Nice.
game is getting off to an excellent start.
It's spooky. It's, we don't know what's happening.
All right, why don't we kick it off? So maybe we'll just do like some quick pre-show shout-outs. Like, people can tell us a little bit of what's been going on in their lives and things, and then we'll get right in with character creation. So we're playing today, in case you didn't know. I'm joining the Misscliks, and I'm running a new system called Lamentations of the Flame Princess, which is just a retro clone of first edition Dungeons and Dragons. And we're playing an adventure module called The God That Crawls. So yeah, should be good times. That's it for me. Neil, what's going on?
Are we fighting the crawls of Vecna?
I don't think Vecna exists in this system.
Okay.
In 1600s England.
Never mind. It's normally the claw of Vecna is the item.
Oh, you're terrible.
Hoping for Pun,
You're
but
terrible.
no, fine.
Boo, denied.
Okay.
I don't think you're
I
terrible,
moved-
Neil.
That means a lot coming from you.
Coming from someone who is also terrible.
Yeah, things have been great. I have moved to Thailand from Vietnam, thus the different background. More updates on that later after the show. Big news regarding moving and blah, 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 blah. But I've been doing Hardcore Heroes, which is the new D&D show that I've been doing, and it's fantastic. And the first episode's out on YouTube. Second one will be out just as this ends, and it's pretty sweet. We've got 4 players. When you hit 0 HP, your character is dead and the player is off the show.
Yep.
And so it's that sort of like high intensity pressure. You don't want to screw up or die, and it makes the players afraid and terrified, and they're running from monsters instead of fighting them. And I love it, and it's beautiful, and I'm really excited. So
That's pretty
that's
good.
the only thing I care about in the world right now.
We're doing exactly the same thing in this show, Neil. I mean, it's that when you die, there's just no more sessions left. So, you're gone.
That's fantastic. I love death with consequences.
Yeah. Jess, how are you these days?
I'm doing great. I am failing at using things like webcams. But it's okay. I think we've got it figured out now. And yeah, for everyone out there, I do apologize. I know, first of all, I am really, really good at holding poses. I'm also a ventriloquist, which is how I can manage to be talking without moving my mouth. But somehow my webcam is not working, which is confusing because it was working last weekend. And so that's why we put up a still image for me this week instead of the live webcam. So I do apologize for that. And again,
Sure.
for any production value issues, completely blame me, and I do apologize.
I thought you were going to be like, completely blame Anna. She
No.
really dropped the ball on this one.
No, it's entirely my fault. So
Well, now we're here. I think it looks very, very close, and I'm sure it will be super awesome. Certainly good enough for our purposes tonight. So thank you very much for doing all the production for us this time. Very useful. Trist, where have people been able to see you before?
I have previously been on Misscliks D&D Soulbound.
Nice.
I played the half-orc monk that wanted to punch everything. Don't think I will be reprising that role this time.
Man.
And I have played Sorkos Legends with Neil and Anna and Addison.
Super awesome.
Had a lot of fun running from Neil there.
So maybe again tonight.
Other than that, I am a moderator for the Math Squad who is quietly calling for my death in chat.
I did see that. I saw someone with like hashtag kill Trist first, so I'm
yeah,
taking
it's
note,
Orath.
Man Squad.
He's super salty. It's okay
Yep.
though.
That sounds like Orath, yeah.
Yep. And that's
Excellent. Well, I'm excited. It's nice to meet you. I'm
Nice to
excited to play some games with you. That's going to be lots of fun. Are you excited for playing some games tonight?
Yes, I've been so hyped and talking in all caps about it for the past 24 hours. So
Awesome. Love it. talking in all caps is what I strive for as a GM. And of course, we have Trump, our frequently occurring D&D champion.
Wow, champion.
Yeah, well, I mean, so far I haven't managed to kill you, so I guess we'll see if that reigns true this evening.
I am going to actually try to die because this is too easy so far. Your games are too easy, Steve.
You are going to have
need
an
to-
easy time of that. I'm excited to see how you try to die.
Awesome. Right now I am enjoying the crop that I have, so I'm only ahead, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll get the camera shifted up around here,
Well, you know,
down, or something like that.
can't be too picky.
We can try. You can only ask so much of me. We can try. Okay,
Let's see. I went to Genesis on the weekend for a Super Smash Bros. Tournament and it was very energetic, and I really enjoyed watching that live.
There.
That sounds like fun. Are you going to PAX South?
No plans on the South one.
Okay, all right. Because I saw they announced a big Smash tournament that was like open to people, so that looks interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll go check it out.
Check
I'm
it
terrible
out,
at
Trump.
Smash.
I fixed it. Tell me how you like that. You like that? How's that
Fantastic.
treating you? Is that treating you well? Treating you pretty
Fantastic.
nice? Yep.
Those apples, do you like them?
How do you like them apples? Them apples? Do you like them? All right.
Delicious. All right, y'all. Well, let's get started. Let's make some characters and let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. So, this is super simple. Let me see here. I hope all of you have the rule book now. I put the link in chat, and I'm going to need all of you to have it and have it open because this is the first time I've ever played first edition Dungeons and Dragons in any form, and it's the first time I've ever played Lamentations of the Flame Princess. So you're going to have to help me out and call me on stuff that you think your character should be able to do. And if you see something in the rulebook that'll help you, use it. But the first thing that we have to do is roll ability scores. So I'm going to go down the line with Koibu, Triss, Trump, and Jess. And then we're going to do that same group, Koibu, Triss, Trump, and Jess again. Because each of you are going to be playing 2 characters tonight. Your party has 8 people in it. And that's because one of your characters is going to die like immediately, no matter what happens. So, let's start with Koibu. Koibu, I need you to roll
can try.
3d6. And the important thing to remember here is that you're placing these numbers in order. And then at the end of that, you can swap the position of one ability score with one other ability score. If your total modifier added up for all of your ability scores is less than 0, you may re-roll the whole set. So, Neil, I'm going to start with you.
I am excited. 3d6 down the line.
Oh,
is
shit,
my
look
way
at
to
that.
go.
Pretty solid.
Strength. No, it doesn't start with strength. It starts with charisma, right?
Yep. It's different.
It goes.
Different order.
It's in alphabetical order. It's like charisma, constitution. No.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Charisma, Constitution, Dexterity of 12, not bad. Intelligence of 14, woohoo.
Easy peasy, guys. What is this?
Strength of 10. And Wisdom of 9. That looks like a perfectly
Pretty good
passable
roll.
magic user. So go ahead and record those scores in either of your 2 characters, Francis or Winifred. And while you're doing that, we will move on to Triss. So Triss, I need you to roll 3d6 6 times in a row.
All right.
Let's see. An 11, solid score for Charisma. Another 11 for Constitution, not bad.
Okay.
Another 11. You're just going to be straight 11s down the line. It's going to be amazing. 14 Intelligence, another magic user perhaps. 11 for Strength. Come on, big 11, let's go. And a 10 for Wisdom. So, of course, remember, you can swap those wherever you want, or you can swap 2 scores, one with another. So if you didn't want a magic user for your first character, go ahead and swap some around. Trump, let me get
All
this.
right. Let's try to do about that well. That's above average. Oh, hell.
Nice. Look at that. Kill
That
it.
is beautiful.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Now that's a really solid character. Like you've got
Sure
what,
is.
16 charisma. That's not really specifically good for any particular character class, but it's still like you've got a high loyalty score for anything. Like if you end up with any retainers or any characters that come with you, that'll be useful. All right, great. And Jess, 3d6 6 times.
Okay.
at that. 7. Oops. D36.
Oh.
Oh well.
Nice
Um,
try.
I was like,
Jess.
how is that possible?
I'm trying to cheat. Okay, sorry. So
Jess,
I-
when you're in that box down there, you can actually just click up with the up arrow on the keyboard until you
Oh,
see
thanks.
the previous entry, and you can just enter it again, so you don't have to type it out every time.
Okay, great. So I've rolled once,
Convenient
so then
shortcut.
3d6. That's twice, and then 3,
Yep, there you go.
4,
7, 11, 9,
5,
12,
and 6.
10, and 9. Okay, great. So it strikes me that I should put in our little play area here the what those ability scores correspond to as far as the modifier is concerned. So let me write that, and then we'll get another set of characters from each of you, another set of scores from each of you. So let's see, 32. So 3 is -3, and 4 to 5 is -2, 6 to 8 is -1, 9 through 12 is 0, 13 through 15 is +1, 16 to 17 is +2, and 18 is +3. So those are the ability score breakdowns, how they break down to the modifier. So go ahead and write your modifier next to your ability scores as well.
I think it fills it in automatically for you.
Oh yeah, maybe it does. Okay, that's great. Very convenient.
Super fancy.
Okay, excellent. Good. Let's go down the line again. So Neil, another D6, 3d6, 6 times.
I am ready for it.
Excellent. Your
Almost
second character
awesome.
is named Winifred, by the way.
Yes.
11, 14, solid. 10, 11, 11.
So if the total modifier is 0 or higher, you can reroll, or if it's negative.
If
or
it is
higher.
less than 0,
I see. Okay.
you can reroll. Cool. Okay, well that's a really solid character with a 10 or 15 wisdom. That's a good cleric there. All right,
Yes.
Trister A, let's do it.
Okay.
9.
Oh no.
9.
Why?
Mhm.
Why am I so
10. Well, those are still zeros, right? They're not that bad. A 12, also still a 0. Oh, damn, look at that. 17.
Oh,
A
shit.
+2. 13 is a +1. So that was your 6. That's really solid. All
There
right,
you go.
Trump, another 6 from you. Let's do it. 10.
Oh man.
6. Ooh, nice. That might be our first -1. 8. 13. Nice. 11. 14. Nice.
Okay.
And Jess, another 6 from you. You getting it, Jess?
Would you say another 6 for me? What do you mean?
Yeah, roll 3d6 another 6 times. This is for your second character.
Oh, that's right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Cool.
5, and a 6er.
Excellent. Damn, 17. Look at that. That's incredible.
Nice.
Okay, so each of you should go to the...
Mabel is pretty incredible. I don't, mean to brag, but,
Did you find your character sheets, Jess?
No.
Go to the upper right-hand corner
Mm-hmm.
to the little newspaper-looking thing, the
Yep.
journal. Click that, and
Yes.
click either of those characters. And then there's a tab called Character Sheet that has all of your character sheet stats on it. So you can fill those numbers in order to Charisma, Constitution, Dexterity, Intelligence, Strength, and Wisdom. And then, of course, you'll have to scroll up and get your other ones as well. So while we're doing that, so making your characters really quite quick. So we're rolling ability scores. We've noted bonuses, and bonuses are automatic in this game. So then we're checking, is our character suitable? I'm pretty sure all of the characters we've rolled here today are suitable, which is disappointing, actually. I'm very surprised that your characters are so strong. This will not stand. So then I need you to choose a character class. So there are 7 character classes: cleric, a fighter, a magic user, a specialist, a dwarf, an elf, and a halfling. So think about what character classes you want to play. Do any of you have any ideas so far of what one of your characters should be?
I do, but I'm curious as to how wisdom and intelligence affect spellcasters, because I can't see any way in which they do.
Let's see. Intelligence is a measure of the character's knowledge at the start of play. Intelligence modifiers affect the user's ability to learn languages, are added to saving throws against magic user spells, and for magic users, it affects the time and expense required to research spells and create magic items, as well as influencing the saving throws of those subject to the magic user's spells.
Okay, so I guess it makes your spells slightly more powerful.
Yep.
Like enemies have a penalty.
Yes.
to their saves.
Wisdom modifiers affect the character's non-spell related saving throw rolls, and for clerics, it affects the time and thus expense required to research spells and create holy items, as well as influencing the saving throws of those subject to the cleric's spells. So, there you go.
I'm tempted to go double fighter.
I am familiar with the cleric, the fighter, and the wizard. Can you tell us a little bit, or magic user, can you tell us a little bit about what the dwarf, the elf, and halfling class do?
Yeah, let's talk about those. So the dwarf is like a fighter, except that he's got more hit points. He rolls a d10 for hit points. He's got really excellent saving throws versus paralysis, poison, devices, and magic. And he has a free 3 in 6 chance of detecting information about architecture. He doesn't level up his attack bonus the way the fighter does, but at level 1, it doesn't really matter. He does take 2,200 experience to reach level 2, so, that's a thing to be aware of. The elf is a little bit like a magic user. They are gifted individuals that are trained as both fighters and magic users. They use the same spell lists and spell progressions as magic users. They are better at searching. They have a 2 in 6 chance to search, and they are less often surprised than other races. So they have a 1 in 6 chance of being surprised rather than the other chances of being surprised. They have a d6 hit points, and they have a fairly standard saving throw array. They do require 3,000 experience to level up, though. The halfling also has a d6. They have pretty good saving throws, and they have a 3 in 6 chance of succeeding at a bushcraft check. They also add 1 to their dexterity modifier, and they receive 1 point bonus to their armor class when they're not surprised. In the wilderness, they have the uncanny ability to stay hidden and have a 5 in 6 stealth skill. Due to their size, they can't use large weapons, and they must use medium weapons two-handed.
Okay, this rulebook that I have, it has some of the pages missing. Is that the case for some of you?
Yes, that is normal.
Okay.
That's where art would be, but this is the art-free version. So yeah, on page 25, you see the halfling, 23 for the elf, 21 for the dwarf. So, Neil, you were thinking about going double fighter?
I think I'm going double fighter. That
All
means
right.
Francis has a penalty of 1 to his hit points, which I think might be fun.
Okay, cool. So let's see. So the rest of you should probably just take a note here of what's going on. Jess, are you getting your character stats entered into your character sheets?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's good? Sorry?
Yes, I am entering them right now.
Cool. Sounds good. And check in. Looks like Trist, you're doing fine. Trump, you've got yours. Excellent. Okay. So, Neil.
Yes.
So, as a fighter, you start off with 1d8 hit points, and you need to record your saving throws. So, first, I need you to roll your hit points.
Excellent.
And that's a d8 plus your constitution score.
I don't see
The minimum number of hit points that you can have is 8.
Maximum.
Minimum.
Minimum? Oh.
Yeah, it's a little more forgiving than first edition Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry, you said
example,
it's a D8?
For Francis, you don't even need to roll. You just have 8 hit points.
Okay. And then for Winifred, it's only a chance of having 9 hit points.
Yes. Oh,
Nope.
yeah, so Winifred's got 8 instead of 9. So there you go. So you can go ahead and enter that in your current hit points and maximum hit points blocks.
There we go. So they both have 8 HP. Lovely.
Yep. Very cool. Okay. Trump, what are you thinking as far as your character classes?
All right. Well, doesn't seem like charisma is going to be that useful, so I'll probably move the charisma into just any other stat. I'll take 2 of the stranger ones because that's how I roll. So I'll choose a dwarf and I'll choose an elf.
Okay, nice. Who's the dwarf, Bernard or Millicent?
Think strategically. I'm gonna make the dwarf the one of Constitution 6 because then I can cheat the minimum hit points onto it.
That's very true. Okay, that's excellent strategy. So Millicent the dwarf. Let's see here. So as a dwarf, you're going to be looking at page 21 for your saving throws. And remember, you're taking them from the level 1 line. So the first line is level 0, but make sure you're looking the next line down. So as a dwarf, your hit points is 1d10, and your minimum hit points as a dwarf is 6. So roll 1d10 minus 1.
Come on, 0. Darn, missed that.
Nice. So you've got 6 hit points for your dwarf, Millicent. And then your paralyzed saving throw is a 10. Your poison saving throw is an 8.
Oh my god, those saving throws are amazing.
They are incredible.
Could you say from the start again?
Your paralyzed is 10.
Yep.
Your poison is 8.
That's not based off of stats, right? It's just...
Nope, this is just straight up.
Okay.
Your breath is 13. Your magical device is 9, and magic is 12.
Okay.
And of course, your hit points are 6.
Yep.
And then you were talking about making an elf for Bernard.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a d6, and let's see what you can get. I think your maximum is, or your minimum is 4, I think. Yeah.
Haha.
Yep, you got 4 HP.
All right, I'll take it.
Good. And your paralyze is 13, poison is 12.
I actually rolled a 0 on that, so
Yes,
that's
you
valid.
did. Bernard dies immediately. So, paralyze of 13, poison of 12, breath of 15, magical device of 13, and magical 15. Cool.
Okay.
So remember that in order to make a saving throw versus anything other than magic, you roll a d20 and add your wisdom. And to make a saving throw for magic, you roll and add your intelligence, which I think it might already be calculated in. It's not, actually. Okay, cool. Excellent. So we'll have to take a look at what it means for elves in the magic user section. But maybe, Trump, you can, while we're doing this, you can take a look down at, let's see, looking in the
I'm
magic
going to
user
just
section.
assume that intelligence is great for magic users. I swapped my 16 into intelligence.
It is, it's good for magic users, certainly.
Okay.
It's not bad. Yeah, you're going to have to maybe read through the elf section on page 23 and then also look down at the magic user section starting on page 79. So take a look at that while I'm working with Trist and Jess on setting up their characters. So Trist, what kind of characters did you want to play?
So Wendy is my So Many 11s character. I'm
Yes.
14 in Dex, and she is going to be a halfling.
Okay, a halfling. Nice.
Halfling Wendy Wittershins.
Oh, yeah, that's excellent. So go ahead and roll 1d6 plus your constitution, of course. And your minimum is 4. Oh, nice. So I guess Wendy has 5 hit points. Very nice.
Okay. And then Clement.
Oh, hang on. Let's talk about your saving throws.
Right, those.
Yeah. So your paralyze is 10. Your poison is 8. Your breath is 13. Your device is 9, and your magic is 12. Perfect.
Got it.
And then Clement.
Clement has the 17 that is currently in strength. So I was thinking fighter, but we've already got 2 fighters and a dwarf.
You know, we don't have any magic users or specialists or clerics. Like,
We've got
it
an
would
elf.
be
That's like a
valuable to
meta.
have any number of those.
Maybe cleric. I always play the healer, so I'm gonna pop this 17 into wisdom
Okay.
and
Very
move the 13 to strength. So Clement the cleric.
Sounds great.
It's got a great,
So,
great
yeah.
ring to it.
As a cleric, you have a d6 hit points, so roll that, and you have a minimum of 4. There you go. You got 4 HP.
All right.
And your paralyze is 14. Oh no, wait, sorry. That's level 2. Yeah, your paralyze is 14, your poison is 11, your breath is 16, your device is 12, and your magic is 15. And of course, you have 1 first level spell that you can cast per day.
Okay.
Just
Is
like
there
our
anywhere
elf.
to note that?
No, you might
You
have
just
to like
look at the sheet or the
yeah, pretty much.
rules.
That's Clement. It's kind of strange that there's no space on this character sheet for spells, but yeah, you'll just have to note that down. Maybe even like add in your equipment the names of the spells that you know or something like that.
Good idea.
So you will also have to go down to the clerics section of the book, which is on page 75, and just start looking through that, how you prepare spells each day. You start off, you can cast any spell on your spell list, and you don't use spell books, so you have full access to all first level spells.
Okay.
So you can look at the cleric spell list: Bless, Command, Cure Light Wounds, Detect Evil, etc., etc. And then you do have to prepare spells every day. And let's see. Yeah, it looks like you can memorize 1 spell per day.
Okay.
Yep. But you know all of the spells. All right, Jess,
All right.
what are your thoughts?
So I kind of want to be sort of a fighter for both Humphrey and Mabel.
Okay.
Just I want to bash things and hit them.
That's a good selection. I'm not seeing your stats in your character sheets.
I didn't put them in yet because I wasn't sure how to delegate them.
Okay, well, they have to go in order.
Okay.
So, and then you can
Oh!
swap 2 around.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was... Okay, I understand.
Yeah, no sweat. Why don't I add your first set and you can add your second set?
Okay.
And I'll add the first set to Mabel.
Okay, then I'll add the second set to Humphrey.
Cool.
All right. So 7,
Got a 7 and then an 11,
13,
9,
12,
10, and
11.
Cool. Oh, wow,
17.
hey.
Oh, so it turns out that Mabel has 17 strength,
Does she?
right? Yeah, well, because I've got.
Oh,
7,
we were
13.
just editing the same sheet. Totally my
Yeah,
bad. Okay,
we
hang
were.
on.
No, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
All right, Humphrey. I'm going to put the stats in Humphrey, but you're going to get to re-roll
Okay.
your stats for Humphrey because Humphrey ends up with a -1 stat. So hang on, double check your stats for Mabel because I put like a 7 in your charisma and that might be wrong. So,
Oh, no, that's what I put. For Mabel, I have 7, 11, 9, 11, 17, 9. Or no, I'm sorry.
okay.
7. Ooh. Nope, that was Humphrey's stats. Okay, so for Mabel, I've got 7, 13, 12, 11, 11, 17. Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, that looks right to me. So go ahead and put those
Okay.
into Mabel.
Yeah.
So,
7,
9, 12, 10, and 11.
13, 12,
Cool.
11. Okay.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so Mabel will stay with those stats. You can swap 2 around, but Humphrey's stats are so bad that you can re-roll them.
Ooh, yeah. Can I?
Yes.
All right.
So go ahead. It's just 3d6, 6 times in a row.
All right. 1, 2, 3,
Not bad.
4,
Not bad at all.
5, 6. Oh!
Damn, look at that. I'll slap those in there real
Humphrey
quick.
is
So.
a
9,
badass.
16, 14, 10, 14,
That's pretty good.
and 11. So we've already got 2 fighters. If you want to play something simple, then having one of these characters be a fighter is a great choice. But also think about... Wow, why isn't that updating? Weird. Think about whether or not you'd be willing to play a specialist or even a magic user. Because we don't have either of those. And
I could totally do that. I have an elf and a dwarf, but I can do elf specialist instead.
Okay, if you want to swap to a specialist. I'll trust you to go look at the specialist character sheet on page 16, actually.
Okay, for me,
And fill in those
I do not know the
stats.
numbers because the page 16 isn't showing to me.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just straight up blank. Are you sure there's nothing on the bottom of the page?
Oh, that's the saving throws for the specialist?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the stat stuff for the specialist. Cool. So Jess, you still feeling like 2 fighters is the way to go?
I'll do a fighter and a specialist.
Okay. Cool. So, which one's going to be which?
Let's see. Okay.
Humphrey has a 16 constitution, which for a fighter would give him a lot of hit points.
All right.
And then he's already got a 14 strength also. So actually Humphrey is quite strong.
Okay. Humphrey will be the fighter. Mabel will be the specialist.
Go ahead and write that out in the class box in the upper right-hand corner of the page.
Okay. Do I click on the newspaper or?
Yeah, so when you click on the newspaper and then you click on your character,
Mm-hmm.
on the character sheet, in the upper right-hand corner of the character sheet, there's a little box that says class under it.
Yep. Okay. Humphrey. Fighter. Great.
Awesome. So Humphrey has 1d8 plus 2 hit points. So go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
Okay, so Humphrey starts with 8 hit points.
Okay.
So you can put that in the current and max HP blobs
Current
that are about halfway down the right-hand side of the screen.
There we go. Okay. Cool.
Looks like your specialist has 4 hit points.
Oof. All right.
No, that's for
for
Trump.
me.
Yeah. But on your side, your specialist. So go ahead and put that in your class box there as well, specialist. Oh, actually, hang on. Let's go back to Humphrey.
Oh,
And I'll
okay.
put in his saving throws, which are 14, 12, 15, 13, and 16. Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then on Mabel the specialist. So specialists do have 1d6 hit points. So go ahead and roll that.
All right.
Oh, you might want to swap your wisdom into your dexterity. 5 plus 1 is 6. So yeah, you start with 6 hit points on Mabel, which is very nice.
All right.
Mr. Steven,
Yes.
I might be getting ahead of us here, but I haven't been able to find anywhere that tells you how much money you start with.
That's coming up.
Okay.
It is there.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm just entering your specialist's saving throws here. 14, 16, 15, 14, and 14. Okay, great. Good.
Oh boy, an elf begins play with only read magic in their spell book.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Am I going to have another spell that I can cast for practical purposes in this game?
Doubtful.
Oh
might
boy.
You might find some scrolls, and then you can cast those.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the master of read magic then.
Damn right. You're going to read all of the magic.
There better be a lot of it.
All right, great. So, okay, those of you who are playing specialists, which is Jess and Trump, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So there are there are a number of available skills. What looks like 9, and they are. Let's see if I can just copy paste. And these are skills that everybody can use. So everybody take note. I've just put them into chat here. So architecture, bushcraft, climb, languages, search, sleight of hand, stealth, and tinker.
What is bushcraft?
Bushcraft is like when you're out in the wilderness and you're trying to survive, that's what you use.
Got it.
Yeah. So everybody else just has a straight 1 in 6 chance to do any of those things, but a specialist has skill points. So at level 1, a specialist has 4 skill points. You can spend 1 skill point to increase any of these to a 2 in 6, 3 in 6, or 4 in 6 chance. So think about what you want your specialist to be good at. Sleight of hand is for like if you're like trading a gold idol for a similarly weighted bag of sand. That's
So
a
did you
sleight
just
of
say
hand task.
for a specialist, one of them will be a 4-3-2?
No. So you've got 4 points, and each point increases your chance of success in that skill by 1. So if you spend a point, you're going to 2 in 6. If you spend 2 points, 3 in 6.
All right, I'll try to dodge whatever skill you want, Jess. So do any of these stand out to you as
Yeah.
things you want to do?
I would want to do sleight of hand. I want to play some tricks on some people.
Okay.
Cool.
Is that sneak attack a skill or no?
Yes, sneak attack is a skill.
I would like to interject that my halfling gets stealth at 5 and bushcraft at 3.
Yes. Your halfling is at stealth at 5 while in the wilderness.
Yep.
Yeah. And dwarves get architecture at 3. Yep. Okay, so Jess, you're taking sleight of hand. Are you going to take anything else? Like search is very useful. Climb is probably useful. Did we have a dwarf? Did we end up with a dwarf?
No, we don't have a dwarf.
Okay, architecture might be useful. Sneak attack and stealth. Tinker is how you disable mechanical traps, for example.
What do you recommend? What would go best?
What do I recommend?
Yeah.
Well, if you're doing sleight of hand, you're good with your hands. Maybe you should go tinkering.
Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
2
I'll go
points
the
into
good old
sleight of hand,
sneak
2
and
points
stealth.
into tinker. And you're going sneak attack and stealth, Trump.
Yeah.
Cool. Just 2 points each.
Yeah, so I'll do 3 and 3 on both.
Now, I think sneak attack actually starts at nothing, and therefore sneak attack is going to be a 2 in 6.
Okay, well then.
But every time that you spend a point in sneak attack, you increase your multiplier. So everybody's sneak attack multiplier is currently ×1, but for 2 points, your sneak attack damage multiplier is ×3. And if you have any points in sneak attack, then you also gain a +2 bonus to hit above any other bonuses you already have when you're performing a sneak attack.
Right.
And that's not a +2 per point, but it's just a straight +2. So very nice. Okay, cool. So we have a cleric, but we have no magic users, right?
We got the elf. I'm really good at reading magic.
Excellent. Good. I'm glad. I'm proud of you, elf. Okay, cool. Let me take a look at what else we need to do. So record 2 hit bonuses and saving throws. I think we've already done that. I think it's automatic. Let's see. Yep. Base attack bonus is 1. I think everybody starts at 1 except for fighters, which start at 2, I think.
Yes.
Yes, fighters
And
start
high
at 2.
strength fighters start at 3.
Yep.
Or
Good.
high dex fighters, as that maybe have 3 range.
Yeah. Good. Cool. I'm seeing that. That all looks good. Excellent.
Question,
So, yes.
if I may. So my halfling, I think, gets +1 to dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just something I have to remember? Because I can't fiddle with this modifier.
Yeah, I think you're going to just have to remember it, that you get a
All right.
+1 to your dexterity modifier.
Can do.
Yeah. Okay, so now we need to select alignment. So let's talk about that. There are 3 alignments in this game: lawful, chaotic, and neutral. So lawful is that the universe has an ultimate irrefutable truth and a flawless, unchanging plan towards which all events inevitably march. Those who are lawful in alignment are a part of an inevitable destiny, but have no knowledge of what that destiny is and what their role will be. So they're forever looking for signs and omens to show them the proper way. Nobody is required to be lawful. Chaotic, on the other hand, clerics must be lawful, sorry. Chaotic is the howling maelstrom beyond the veil of shadows, and existence is the source of all magic. It bends and tears the fabric of the universe. It destroys all that seeks to be permanent. Those who are chaotic in alignment are touched by magic and consider the world in terms of ebbing and flowing energy, of eternal tides washing away the sand castles that great kings and mighty gods build for themselves. Many mortals who are so aligned desperately wish they were not. Elves and magic users must be chaotic. Everybody else can choose their alignment freely. Neutral is to merely exist between those forces. Mortal beings exist as neutral creatures and remain so throughout their existence unless they take specific steps to align themselves otherwise. So, yes. Write down your alignments. I have a cat, and she is meowing. I'm guessing someone's rolling for their alignment. Does everybody think that they have a good understanding of what they want their characters' alignments to be?
Yes, I'm taking 1 lawful and 1 neutral.
Nice.
Yep. Chaotic and neutral here.
Cool.
I think my specialist Mabel is lawful. My
Okay.
Humphrey is chaotic.
Cool. So you can go into your character sheets in the upper right-hand corner where you first put class, then there's level and alignment. There's also age, sex. Current XP is 0, and your XP for next level you can get from your character class page in the book. So go ahead and fill all of that out. Make sure you record your alignment there.
I cannot, for some reason, I can't bring up my character sheet for Humphrey.
Really?
For the fighter,
What if I do this? Click. Does that do it for you?
Nope.
Weird.
Clicking
Is
on
it like?
It's not bringing it up. It's just doing nothing. I click on Mabel,
Yeah.
and it brings
Mabel
up my
pops
character
out.
sheet. Yeah, I click on Humphrey, and nothing happens.
If you like move Mabel around, is Humphrey already open in the background behind Mabel?
Let's see. Nope. I'm moving Mabel around, and I don't see Humphrey at all.
That's very strange.
Do
And
you
don't
have Humphrey popped out?
Yeah, that's the other question.
Let's find out.
It would be like another tab
Nope.
of Chrome or something like that.
Mm-mm.
Strange. Try to like hit
Oh wait,
just...
you know what? I do because I have. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. There
You
we
got
go.
it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Right on. Okay,
There we
so
go. Sorry about that.
no sweat. So every character starts with 3d6 times 10 silver pieces. So Neil, let's start with you.
3d6 times 10, did you
Yep.
say?
Just roll 3d6 times 10 twice.
Okay. 3d6 times 10. Ooh,
Nice.
an 80? And a 120.
Damn, 120. Look at that. Neil is rich. All right, Tris.
Yes.
Let's
That's
roll for
nothing
you.
compared to how much I will have.
80 again.
Okay.
Not bad. And 90. Well, you know, better than average. Actually,
Nope.
no,
Nope.
kind of mediocre. That's a
A
shame.
poor house
Tris's
of
characters are cheap. Trump, same for
This
you.
is how it's done.
All right.
Oh, there's nowhere to record this.
Damn, what? Trump.
Oh.
All right. It all evens out in the end. And Jess, if you just type /roll 3d6 times 10, it'll do the calculation for you. Nice. 110 is a solid amount of silver.
Hey, I'm rich, making it rain.
And one more time for your other character.
Ooh.
Nice. Look at that. Jess is the richest of us all.
Damn.
Yep. Brutal.
Will you allow us to have our characters lend each other money?
That's entirely up to you. If you decide that your characters are good enough friends that they would share their money between each other freely, who am I to doubt you?
Wonderful.
So do note here that 500 copper pieces equals 50 silver pieces. So there's 10 copper per silver, and 50 silver pieces equals 1 gold piece.
Oh,
We just
50
rolled
to 1.
silver, right?
What's that?
We just rolled our wealth in silver.
Yes, and you rolled wealth in silver. And the base currency is the silver piece. Most people use silver pieces in their day-to-day life. Okay, so you can buy equipment and choose names, which we've already done. So that's it. That's our character creation is over. I'm going to let us all look over the equipment lists during our first break, which we will begin taking here very momentarily, and then we'll get into playing. Do any of you have any further questions about your characters or anything like that?
No.
No.
Nope.
All right, y'all. Let's go to our first break. We'll take
All right.
5 minutes here, and then we'll come back for another hour of Misscliks presents The God That Crawls, and we'll get started with our adventure. So thanks for hanging out and watching character creation. This is going to be good.
And now is a great time to consider subscribing to Misscliks if you like what we do. So, and if you're not interested in subscribing, at least consider hitting that follow button. And we're going to take our break, and we will see you guys in about 5 minutes. All right. Bye.
Super great.
Are we muted?